Hello everyone, welcome to CS Aspirant Vibes. Friends, as you all aware that there are different physiographic divisions of India. Means geographically, India is divided into different physiographic divisions. For example, this one is Northern Mountain, this one is Northern Plain, this one is Great Indian Desert, this one is Coastal Plain, this one is Deccan Plateau, and Lakshadweep and Andaman and Nicobar. These are the islands, right? So in this video I'll discuss about northern plains only, as some of you have requested to make a video on this, right? So let us discuss this one. Northern plain is a land. It's a plain between the northern mountain in the north and Deccan Plateau in the south, right? So this region is consisting of interplay between three major rivers. These are Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra and their tributaries. What we need to understand is this one is a depositional landform. Means when the river is cutting across the Himalaya and it is flowing across the Himalaya and reaching the plain area, it is carrying a lot of sediments with them. So in the first place, the river, when it is reaching the plain area, it is unable to carry these sediments forward, these big sediments forward. So in the first place, it will deposit the pebbles, the gravel and the big material, right? The big sediments will be deposited in the first place. In this region, the river seems to be disappear and we call it Bhabar region. This is not suitable for agriculture. This is just south of the Sivalik range and it seems that it is parallel to Sivalik range, right? Then after Sivalik, we understood now is there is Bhabar region, and after Bhabar region, after some distance, the river will reappear, the streams will reappear. So we call it Tarai region. So this Tarai region is swampy, marshy because the river is reappeared here and there is availability of lot of water. So it is very forested area. So we will find that Kaziranga National Park and here also Jim Corbett National Park. These two national park lie in this Tarai region, right? So after that, after Tarai region, the river will enter into the valley. Means valley, it will take its natural course. It, in this valley, there must be some flood plain in both the right and left bank of the river. Means the flood plain, it will get rejuvenated every year. Means the alluvial soil will get deposited every year in this region. So this flood plain and this new alluvial soil, when it is deposited every year, we are calling it khadar, right? This is very fertile because it is rejuvenated every year and the alluvial soil is deposited every year in this region, right? So above the flood plain, means above the flood plain, there is an area we call it Bhangar, right? So this Bhangar region is consisting of old alluvium and some calcium carbonate nodules are there. This is very calcareous in nature. We call it conker, and this Bhangar region is not suitable for the cultivation, right? Just understand this one. I said when the river they are coming down from the Himalayas, they have carried a lot of sediments with them. So in the first place, it will deposit the big one, right? We call it Bhavar region. In this region, the streams disappear, right? This is not suitable for agriculture. In the second place, after some distance, the river will re-emerge or reappear. We call it Tarai region, right? Here, this is a forested area, and also it is suitable for agriculture, right? After that, the river will enter into the valley and it will take its natural course. When it is flowing through this valley, there is some area in both right and left bank of the river. We call it Khadar region, and this one is flood plain. Means every year when the comes, the river will increase its width in both the direction. We call it Khadar region, right? So here the new alluvial soil is deposited and these are very fertile land for the agriculture. And above this floodplain, in both the left and right bank of the river, uh, above this floodplain, is this area is known as Bhangar. It is consisting of some calcium carbonate nodules are found over here. We call it conker, and it is consisting of old alluvium, right? So this is not very suitable for the agriculture. Let us understand this one. Northern plain, as I said, that this is the sediments brought down by the Ganga, Indus, and Brahmaputra, and by this northern plain is formed, and here wheat, rice, sugarcane, pulses, and oil seeds are cultivated. And next one is the major properties are it is intensively agriculture, intensively farmed area, means it is highly populated. This is the flattish, means somewhat flat land. And here, as I have already explained that Bhabar, Tarai, Bhangar, and Khadar different regions are there. Water table is very high. It's very natural because the water availability is there, so water table should be high. And the next is Bhabar. I already explained that these are parallel to Sivalik, and here the streams disappear, and this is not suitable for the agriculture. Means the pebble, rock, debris, these will be deposited over there. So this is very porous, means the air and the water can move and penetrate very easily into the very lower level. But the problem is these are not suitable for agriculture. Then comes the Tarai region. This region is just south of the Bhabar region and just parallel to it. And here the streams reappear. Here the very fine alluvium material is deposited, and this area is known for high rainfall and high humidity, and this is suitable for wheat, maize, and rice and sugarcane cultivation. Uh, then when we are saying that from when we are moving from north to south, means north to south, we are witnessing that first one is Bhabar, then Tarai, then the broad plain area is Khadar, then above the broad plain is Bhangar. But when we are moving from west to east, we need to understand that what are the divisions, right? This one is Punjab plain, this one is Ganga plain, this one is Brahmaputra plain, right? So the Punjab plain is consisting of Indus and its tributaries. This Ganga plain is consisting of the land between the Ghagar river and Tista river, and the last one Brahmaputra plain is consisting, it is created by the Brahmaputra river, and it is in the Assam, right? So significance it is that this is known as granary of India because this is highly cultivated area, and this is highly and densely populated area also. There are it is the breeding ground of Hinduism, and also the Buddhism and Jainism flourished in this, started in this area. And because of the fertile soil and favorable climate, the economic significance also very high in this region, and some industries are coming up in this region. And this is a cultural tourism, means the place is suitable for cultural tourism like Haridwar, Amritsar, and Varanasi. These places are there. So overall this place is very significant for India. So let us understand, means finally I have drawn a figure. Just when the river they are coming from the Himalaya, means flowing down from the Himalaya, in the first place they will deposit the big material, and the river will disappear here, so we call it Bhabar region. Then after some distance the river will re-emerge and reappear, we call it Tarai region. Here the land is very fertile, means somewhat fertile, and some forest, we will get some, we'll find some forest over here, right? After that the river will enter into the valleys. Here the, in both the sides of the valley there are flood plains, we call it Khadar region. Every year it get rejuvenated and replenished by the flood water, and some new fine particle will get deposited over there, we call it new alluvium. And above the flood plain, in both the sides, above the flood plain, the area is known as Bhangar. This is consisting of old alluvium soil and some uh, calcareous, means the calcium carbonate nodules are found over there, which are known as conquers. So this Bhangar region is not suitable for cultivation, but Khadar region is very fertile for cultivation. And Tarai, here we find some forest, and it is also suitable for agriculture. But Bhabar region is also not cultivation, not suitable for cultivation because of the uh, big material available over there, right? So this much is for today, and I hope you understand what is northern plain. When we are moving from north to south, we are talking about Bhabar, Tarai, Khadar, Bhangar. But when we are moving from west to east, we are saying that there are Punjab plain, Ganga plain, and Brahmaputra plain. So those who are geography student, so there are so many divisions. But in general, for a GS student, you should know this much only, and you can go through 9 class NCERT. All are given over there, right? Okay, thank you.